very special and very important in the studio when we start bringing in food like this. So every Wednesday, we're going to try and get a high-profile South African, whether it's a politician or someone in charge of the police, for example, or celebrities. That's why we have this kind of food. I'm going to be hearing from Jeff Zaki. I think I'm saying the surname right. I have to ask Jeff.
Yes.
From Just Teddy, who's put this together for us. I don't think I've ever eaten food this healthy in my life. But we're going to try and do it every Wednesday. Apparently, the team thinks I need to go on a diet. We're going to speak to Jeff in a moment. But the reason we have this, of course, is probably one of the most spoken about names in the last few months. Is joining us this morning.
Understandably, of course, the National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola is joining us as our special breakfast guest this morning. Police Commissioner, thank you for your time. Good morning.
Good morning, Tumelo and Gareth and your viewers.
Good to have you. And I'm sorry just to get straight into it, but how has it been, your first few days in office as Police Commissioner?
It has been tough. Yes, it's first days. And there's a lot of work to do, but I'm looking forward to fulfill the expectations of the South Africans and also serve the country.
We're looking forward to seeing the work, of course, indeed. And I wonder if actually you were prepared for this job, because most people might think this is one of the most, highly criticized, positions. There's so much spotlight on you as a National Police Commissioner, so much expectation. I don't know if you were up for the task or you just felt like this is probably a calling, I need to do it, whether I'm in for it, if I like it, if I'm prepared for it, but it seems to be the calling that I need to answer at this point.
It is a calling, but also it is work that I liked from when I was still very young, from school. So from the young age, I did say I want to be a policeman.
Right.
And my father said, no, you must be a teacher. But I ended up doing what I love most.
Oh, you defied Papa.
What did your dad do? If he wanted you to be a teacher, what did your dad do?
He was a policeman.
He was a policeman, didn't want you to be a policeman.
No, he wanted me to be a teacher. Yes, but I wanted to be what he was. But I ended up then becoming a policeman. So for me, it is a calling, yes.
I've been asking viewers, and I even asked Tumza, today, 1994. 27th of April, 1994. Commissioner, cast your mind back. Where were you when the votes were cast? Where were you when Mandela was sworn in as president? Take me back to that. What are your memories? It's Freedom Day. Tell me about your memories.
That time I was deployed around the Lesotho border. I was somewhere at a place called Zastron in the Free State. I was stationed there. And I had a number of police that were deployed around the Lesotho border and as well as the old Transkei border, the Sterkspruit Bridge. So that's where I was deployed. I casted my vote at the Zastron town.
Right.
Yes.
And how would you describe that time? I think from a perspective of someone who's already, in the police force, someone who's working at the border at the time, how would you describe your memory of that time back in 1994?
Well, I will describe it as it was very, very interesting, and one was happy, looking forward to the democracy, looking forward to the equality that we will enjoy in the new democracy. So yes, we were looking forward. I was looking forward to the new democracy, and one was happy.
Do you and Kekhle Sithole talk?
Yes, we did talk a lot. You remember, he was my boss.
But do you still talk?
Huh?
Do you still talk?
Well, I haven't phoned him and he haven't phoned me, but we still would talk. There is nothing wrong. I have been reporting to him until his last day, so we wouldn't have a problem. We remember we worked. At some point I was the Deputy National Commissioner, reported to me, and later he was a Deputy National Commissioner, and later he became the National Commissioner.
Right.
So yes, we have no problem with, there's no problem, no sour grapes between us.
And your work as the Deputy Police Commissioner, Ntate Masemola, how would you describe the work there? Because obviously we had more engagement as the media with Ketla Sithole. I think the spotlight obviously on the National Police Commissioner. You, of course, his deputy. You were also in partnership with him in trying to alleviate crime within the country. From the perspective of a Deputy Police Commissioner, how was the work in this country for you in fighting crime?
Well, at some point, I think when I was a deputy before, of course, if you work under somebody, you take orders and directives from him. So for me, it was quite interesting and a challenging work, and I enjoyed the work, but it's quite a tough job to be a Deputy National Commissioner, especially for policing. It's quite a very tough job. You must be dedicated all the time, and you must be able to be where there are problems in the country.
Right.
And of course, you shouldn't wait to be told where to go. You must do the job on your own initiative. And sometimes, if you are on leave, I mean, at senior management level, you shouldn't be expected to be called that things are bad. Or even if you are a provincial commissioner, you shouldn't be waited to say things are bad. When you see something is going wrong, you should call upon yourself to come forward and go and do the job, yes.
We're going to talk about the job in more detail a little bit later, Commissioner, as well. So we just wanted to get a sense of what Freedom Day meant for you. We're going to talk about what your day-to-day job looks like as well. That's also why we have you here, an incredibly important position. Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola joining us. Tweet us, by the way, at eNCA. Any questions? I haven't had a chance to look on eNCA. We'll use a few of those a little bit later. But of course, you can imagine being the Police Commissioner is a hungry man. I think you might be a hungry man.
We're all hungry.
We're all hungry.
We're all hungry this morning. We wake up so early.
Let's bring in from Just Teddy very quickly, Jeff Zaki. Hello to you, Jeff. Am I saying it right, by the way? I feel like I'm butchering your surname.
You're saying it okay.
Okay. How would perfect be?
Zaki.
Zaki.
And if you want to be really fancy, Zeki.
Oh, Jeff Zaki. All right, Jeff Zaki from Just Teddy. What do we have? If someone's at home right now going, "Ooh, I want to make that for lunch," what are they making?
Yeah.
So for the healthier side of life this morning, we've got a lovely seasonal fruit parfait. It's a double thick Greek yogurt with a lovely gluten-free granola, topped off with seasonal fresh berries and some grapes and so forth. And then the unhealthy side of life, which I like, is our petite high tea stand. So Just Teddy specializes in high tea, Mr. Commissioner. So today we have our mini stand that has a selection of patisserie on the top, which is our Lebanese baklava, which is our chocolate and pistachio baklava, our traditional walnut baklava, a petit foie, which is a tiny French tea cake, which is vanilla in essence.
Okay.
And then we have our lovely salted caramel macaron. And at our bottom is our savory section, which is our almond croissant. And then we have our, two mini burgers. We have a lovely salmon burger and a lovely southern fried chicken slider.
Sounds yummy. And I'm glad
Something
that
different.
how do you pronounce it? Baklava?
Baklava.
Why do I call it baklava? Why all the time?
No, baklava is what you wear over your head when it's cold.
I can't. I'm so happy.
I've got one of those in the back of you.
All right, Jeff. And of course, you could serve them to us while we have the conversation. Thank you so much, Jeff, for making sure that we are well fed. I'm looking forward to having this conversation with you, Police Commissioner, because there are worrying statistics. I'm sure you know about this, that I want us to get straight into. They're worrying, crime stats, be it with hijackings, be it with, smash and grabs, rape, gender-based violence, and we're keen to hear what your strategy is in office. I suppose before we even get into, the issues that we have in the country, thanks, Jeff, what is your focus? What's top priority on your agenda, of course, in office right now as the National Police Commissioner?
The first priority, or first priorities that I want to attend to as I'm moving forward with my job is to ensure that the men and women in blue are happy where they are, their morale, we boost their morale so that they can be there to fight crime.
Yeah.
One needs to improve areas of your crime intelligence collection in the country and ensure that the crime intelligence at a lower level where they can be able to do their work at station level. And of course, improve the morale of members through continuous training and in-service training, and also make sure that we capacitate them with resources that they want. Yes, The crime stats, they are quite high and unacceptable. And if we get our intelligence right, we'll be able, through visible policing and your detectives, we will be able to win the crime. We will definitely be able to win the crime. But it's quite a number of areas that we intend doing as we move along. Concentrate also on things like your employer health programs to improve their morale. That will assist us quite a great lot.
Just the last question, I think, for the moment, Commissioner, because you brought up the topic of intelligence. I would like to get what your thoughts were when you saw the violence in July last year down in KZN and also in Gauteng. There was some criticism that the intelligence was good, it was being shared, it just wasn't acted upon correctly. What was your view on that? Because if the one angle is that the intelligence wasn't there, that's a problem. But it seems it was there. But those who make the decisions weren't listening to the intelligence. What's your view on that?
To say the intelligence was there is quite a statement that is very questionable, what it means. You see, when you say there is a difference between intelligence and information and rumors. To say the people's mood maybe is quite tense, there might be protests, that's not sufficient enough. Intelligence, you need to tell me exactly, if you say there's going to be protest, who is going to do protest and where. But just to throw an open statement, it doesn't help, it doesn't assist. One of the areas that we encountered last year, or during that July, we did deploy, especially in KwaZulu-Natal. We deployed over 300 police officials before the looting happened, and they were in the province of KZN. They were at work during the time when we arrested former President Zuma. And I still remember on the 9th of July, when the morning after we finished with the arrest, that where I said the police that are coming from other provinces are not going to go back. They will remain in the province. They were mostly deployed in the northern part of KwaZulu-Natal, that is your King Drive, that is your Richards Bay and Mpangeni, towards Nkandla. I said half of them should go now to Midlands, half go to Greater eThekwini, so that we monitor the situation, how it evolves.
All right.
And indeed, yes, there were some blocking of trucks within the N2, so the police were there in the province. But little did we know that there is going to be a looting.
We'll get into it as well. We have to take a short break, National Police Commissioner, but we have to get into more details around what happened during the July unrest, but also recently the Deep Sloot protests. I heard the National Police Commissioner referring to one of the priorities that he has being to improve staff morale, ensuring employer wellness. The police are motivated to do their work, but it seems Deep Sloot community members are saying they need more police visibility. So what's the plan around that? And we're hoping that, of course, the Police Commissioner will give us those answers.
That's right. We're joining us again in a couple of minutes. Get your tweets in for Fannie Masemola, Police Commissioner, here on eNCA. Tweet us at eNCA. I'm seeing a few of those coming through already from Vusi and Klabati asking about police visibility. It's why we have the Commissioner with us. He's been very kind to come through and join us. We'll hear from the man himself in a couple of minutes from now. This is the South African Morning, Freedom Day. Have a good breakfast. We'll see you in a couple of moments.